Hey everybody, we are back again this week, and guess who I have for you this time? It is the Sisters Circle. That's right, we got the women's panel. They are here to talk about relationships today. We just got done with the men last week, and I know you waiting to hear what these ladies have to say about relationships this week. So I'm not going to keep you holding on, because I know you guys are already hyped and probably a little irritated with the men. I know, yes, they had some stuff to say. So I'm going to let the ladies introduce themselves to you.
Hi, my name is April Prayer, and I am an attorney, I'm an author, and a blogger, and I am single.
Hi, my name is Suzette Wright. I am single last 2 years. Other than that, I've been a serial dater, but I've just taken the last 2 years to kind of get to know myself a little bit better before I enter the dating realm again. I currently operate Urban Dialogue with Suzette, which is a live chat, and I also do radio on the weekends with WVON.
Hi, I'm Tracy Boylan. I am happily engaged. I'm the mother of 3 and 1 grandson, and I'm happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Brandis Manuel. I'm an actress, singer, dancer. I am in a relationship currently. And I entertain and foster women's growth and women's development.
We have a great group of women here, and we're going to hop right into the questions. So the first question today, Miss Tracy Boylan decided to tackle the big one.
Always.
Hold on.
What is your reasoning for knowingly sleeping with another woman's man? Now that's going to be a great discussion. I can't wait, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down and let them go ahead and
Tracy, take it away.
Well, the first reasoning is that I can't take anything that someone else owns or has possession of. And even when we think of your house is secure, you have ADT, you have bars on your windows. But if you leave anything vulnerable, your window, a door's cracked, you forgot to come to AD, you're leaving your house open for something. So if you don't have a secure relationship, anybody can get in there. Normally the man just opens the door and just let the woman in. There's never no kind of undermining thinking of that. I don't know too many women that have actively pursued a married man and just didn't care at all about what. A lot of times, I know the men are going to hate me for this, a lot of times the men really pursue the women. For the most part, most women that I know will respect a marriage that a man respects. If he respects his wife in his home, he would demand that everyone else respects that, and a woman can't infiltrate that. That's how I feel about it. So,
I mean, that makes perfectly good sense. And you always hear the phrase, you can't take what isn't given or whatever it is, but I know that I have been a mistress, and that was in my younger years, and I know that when I chose to be a mistress, it was for particular reasons that were beneficial for me. One being, I didn't really want his ass, no way. You know what I mean? I wanted, see, people don't understand that when in the role of the mistress, you have most of the fun, and you don't have the work.
Especially if he has some coins.
Right, especially. So you don't really have you don't have to worry about the mortgage and who's gonna drop the kids off. And at the time that I chose to be a mistress, I didn't want to introduce anybody into my children's life in the moment. It was a short-lived time. As I've matured, it's not a position I would now want to be in or would, choose for myself. But I do understand why women do it. I do. I mean, it's just the fun part. It's all the fun without the work. So
I just think that some women, I think married women in particular, think that women hunt their husbands.
Yeah.
And that we want their spot. And as my professional mistress or, professional sad ass chick, how do you want to say it? I never wanted that man. I knew he wasn't no good. You see the worst and the best of him on a daily basis, and you don't want him to begin with. You don't want if you really wanted a man, the whole realm of having a man, you wouldn't pick one that's already so-called committed with strings, you know, kids and wife and job and mortgage or things like that. And just like Suzette said, it was so convenient for me because one, I got to do what I wanted to do. He had to plan his time with me. I could fit him in where I wanted to fit him in. He wanted to always show me the best of him, so I always got treated very well. And I think I got the best of the both. The woman calling me said, well, you know my husband, you know he's married. Do your husband know he's married?
Right.
I like what you said when you said like women will respect a man who respects his marriage. And I think that's like the golden rule of marriage, you know, marriage and cheating. And the other woman is, like you were saying, a lot of times the men are so reckless at pursuing the women. When I was in my early to mid 20s, I was like a married man magnet. They were jumping out of trees and coming out of boats. And it seemed like I couldn't turn around without it was somebody else's married man with a wife and kids. It got to the point where when I would find out they were married, I would say, "What's wrong? Talk to me. I desperately want to know about your relationship. I really want to know what's going on because now I'm stuck. Now I'm, you know, all of you guys are out here like this, bogus, with your ring on, with your ring off. Yeah, I'm married, but what that got to do with this right here?" And I'm the one doing, no, this isn't right. You know, and I don't know your wife. She didn't have my babies. You know, so she didn't help put me through law school or whatever the heck y'all got going on. And you bogus with it. You are so bogus. I just started asking them what was going on. A lot of times they would tell me things aren't the way they used to be. So it used to be fun. She used to be skinny. They used to not have kids. And then somewhere along the line they got married and it became laborious. And they had schedules. And they had this, and she's a horrible person, always. She's mean, she's angry, she's crazy.
Vision Rock Studios in 1906 and a half, South Halsted here in Chicago.
If you've ever dreamed of becoming an entrepreneur and don't know where to start, The Entrepreneur Within You by Julie Holloway is a must-read. Holloway and 17 co-authors share advice and inspiration that can save you from serious business blunders. So purchase your copy today on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. The Entrepreneur Within You. Empowering, equipping, inspiring.
Never been responsibility.
Yeah, she never. This is the big one. She doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. That's huge. That's probably the catapult because that opens the door. She doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. Or we have sex, but it's not that good, and it's every now and then, and she don't even like when I touch her. She be like, oh God, you know. So, but what I say to them is, you know, work that out with her. Why are you out here with me? Why can't you work that out with your wife? Maybe there's something you could do to help her perhaps feel sexy. Maybe she's having some self-esteem issues. Maybe she needs 30 minutes once a week to get away from you and the kids to go shake her behind or take a belly dance class, a pole dance class, a strip dance class, go with her friends and get wasted.
I learned in this all-male group that I started that a lot of men will tell the other woman, a woman they're pursuing outside their marriage, everything that they feel that will make this woman want to be more. So he'll say, well, we don't have sex anymore. So that would engage you to be like, well, we're going to have all the sex that you want. We don't talk anymore. Then we're going to talk. It's almost like some women feel like they're competing with the wife. So he'll downgrade what his wife does to make you work at it. So you can be that person that fulfills those needs that he feels that he's telling you that he's missing. His wife will probably swing from the chandelier if he would put it up. It's been in a box in the closet. So I'm just saying, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, they will say these things to get the woman to feel like, well, I want to be that for you. And then he'll get the mistress to do it. And he maybe even asks his wife to do it. Or maybe his wife does it and he just wants it done with someone else. Women need to stop taking men's worth at face value. He's already proven he's a cheat, he's a liar, and he's an ass.
Right.
So why would you take anything that he says at face value? I don't understand why women do
I
that.
think the latter is really true, where you're talking about he says these things, and for all we know, they're lies. You know, his wife could be doing all of that, cooking, cleaning, taking care of him, swinging from the chandeliers, pulling out the whip, doing whatever it is he desires, and he just is looking for more. It certainly doesn't mean the wife is lacking in any way.
Right.
But I think the question just said, why would you take, why would you pursue another man's woman? So I want to draw a distinction between a relationship and a marriage. For me, there's a big bright line between the two. Okay. So I think that a lot of people call cheating when a man who is in a so-called monogamous boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and he dips out on the girl. For me, personally, I don't see a problem with that, because if he wanted to claim her, he would have put a ring on it. And so if he's dating other women and he just happens to have one at home, then that means that she hasn't fleshed out their agreement very well. And that means that she hasn't locked her spot. Until she locks her spot, he gets a ring on her finger. I don't see any problems with it. But I haven't been the one who's been the mistress. The most I've done is date a guy who was separated for years and years and years. And that was a colossal mistake for that reason, because he's telling me one thing, and that's certainly not necessarily what was going on with her. So he dipped for me, dipped back to her, dipped to me, dipped back to her. And so I think it's a tricky situation.
It is, and
all around.
just the whole idea of a mistress, I think, is oftentimes misconstrued, because my idea of a mistress is a lady that you spend time with outside of your marriage that's not there to cause any drama in your marriage. She don't want nothing outside of what is shared in that whatever time you guys agree upon. She's not trying to become number one. She's cool at number two. Anything outside of that to me is a bust down. Anything outside of you knowing your role as a mistress, you would bust down. Okay. You would all the derogatory things.
Now I'm getting clear.
If you're a mistress in the real sense of the word, you don't want his marriage to fail. You don't want him.
No, you advise him on how to keep it.
Exactly. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Did you order those flowers for her yet? Did you send her some candy? You know it's your anniversary. I don't want you like that. If I'm choosing to be a mistress, I am a mistress, and I'm a proper mistress.
It's so
when I am
interesting
one.
because in other cultures, mistresses mean completely different things. There are some cultures where the man has a mistress and it's just kind of common. And
What's that, the black community?
Oh, that's a baby mama. That's a baby mama.
What do you mean? In some cultures, you know your grandfather had some babies on the street.
I went to France or something. And he had a woman on the side. He had enough means to take care of his wife wonderfully and his mistress wonderfully. And his wife was so busy caking that every now and then when he dipped out a little something, they just didn't talk about that. Right. She was just doing other things. And it was almost an understanding. And I just feel like people just need to have some understandings with people. Like you said, they need to flush out the agreement, and everybody just needs to be on the same freaking page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give people the option to make the choices that they want to make, and you just be upfront with people, because even to me, like, okay, girlfriend, wife. Okay, true. If you ain't put a ring on her finger, she is still single. When she gets the little box in the paper, she checks single, not married. So, but if you guys are trying to test the marriage waters and you want to try a committed relationship, then that needs to be agreed upon, that we are not married, but we're agreeing to commit to one another, because we want to see if possibly this could go somewhere in the future, like marriage, where you have this like agreement, unless your agreement is otherwise, that we want to do something together, but we will occasionally crack the door a little bit. Just let me know when you crack it. If you walk on out, then we can talk about it at that point. And just, fleshing out those agreements is necessary for whatever you want to do.
All right. Don't know how the men are gonna feel about that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we gonna see. So, why would a woman knowingly sleep with another woman's man? Well, they're putting it back on the men. Why would that man sleep with a woman that wasn't his woman or his wife? Why does that happen? Well, that goes with why men cheat. And they already said why they cheat. You know what they told me?
Because they felt like it.
Because we don't do our job.
What they say?
They said one,
They want to.
because they can.
Right.
Because there's so many women out here that are willing to cheat with them.